So, hi everyone, welcome to Saturday evening for this webinar on US CPA. Thanks for sparing your precious time for this wonderful session. I'm sure like next 1 hour, which we will be investing together would be a great informative session for each one of you. I'll briefly introduce myself and then maybe we can jump onto this US CPA webinar, like slides and to discuss more in detail. So about myself, I'm Kamal Chabra. By qualification, I'm Indian Chartered Accountant as well as US CPA, and I have around 20 plus year of experience. Uh, Almost 16 year I worked in PwC and EY across the globe. So last job which I was working with EY, like I worked in EY India, EY US as well as EY GDS. So I've seen almost all the phases of like CPA journey as well as chartered accountant journey, and worked for many big companies in India, US, Middle East, Africa, and a couple of other countries. So now it's been like almost 4 year. I started teaching this US CPA and US Enroll Agent and CMA program, and there we are. So this is like brief background about myself, and now jumping onto the US CPA course curriculum and detail. So before we actually jump into about this webinar, about the PowerPoint presentation and everything, I'll ask few like general questions to you so that I can understand you all are with me or not, or you are just coming on this you can say screen, right? So let's have a quick chit chat to know more about like how we are looking for this webinar and what all things exactly we are looking out of it. How many of you have this question in mind? Just you can just give the thumbs up, or maybe you can just type in the chat box so that I can see your response to it. How many of you are looking for CPA as your career path, or uh, or how many of you have this question in mind? Why should I invest my time, energy, and money in doing CPA? So if you can just give me thumbs up, or if you can just type in chat box. Okay, I can see a lot of hands up. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. And second thing, how many of you have this question in your mind? Like, what is an US CPA curriculum? Like, who will be the governing body? What will be the subject? What is CPA evaluation? Or what is going to be changed? Or what is like the exam pattern? So please give me your thumbs up and hands up. We all have this question. Okay. Third question, like how many of you wants to know whether I'm being eligible to do the CPA or not? Give me a like thumbs up or hand raise, or maybe type in chat box. How many of you wants to know whether I'm being eligible to do the CPA or I'm not eligible to do the CPA? Okay, I can see a lot of yes and thumbs up. And how many of you wants to know the evaluation process, all the administrative process in the CPA journey? Yeah, I can see a few hands up, thumbs up. Yeah, really good. And I'm sure like you may have question like which institute should I choose to do the CPA, right? Why I should choose KC Globet, why not X, Y or Z institute, right? I'm sure most of you have this question. And one very important question, like we all are human beings. For us, like cost that matter the most, right? I'm sure like most of you wants to know how much is the cost involved in the CPA journey. How many of you are being interested in knowing how much is the cost involved in US CPA? Oh, I can see only 5, 6 hands, right? Okay. And then, now if you see, let me present my screen. Let me present my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right. So welcome to the US CPA webinar. So you'll see like the agenda which we have crafted is absolutely sharp dotted what exactly you're looking for. For when any student think about doing any certification course or any professional course, the very first question come in the mind, why should I do this course, right? So I'm sure like in most of your mind, you have this question, why I should think about doing US CPA as my career path, right? What is the benefit I'll be getting out of it? Who is the governing body? From where I'll be getting the certificate? Where do I get the job? Do I get the opportunity to do something of my own or not, right? All these questions might be in your mind. Once you understand why I should think about doing a US CPA as my career path, then probably next question comes in your mind, what is in US CPA? That means like who is the governing body? How many exams are there? What is the course curriculum? What is the exam pattern? Where do I need to go? Where do I sit for the examination? How much is the passing percentage, right? All these questions might be coming in your mind, right? So that we will be covering in the second agenda item, what is in US CPA. So once you understand why I should think about doing a US CPA, what is in US CPA, the next question naturally arises in your mind, how I can become a US CPA, whether I'm being eligible to do this course or not. If I'm being eligible, then what is the process of taking admission, right? Once I took the admission, from where do I study? How do I study? Then what is the process of examination? And after examination, how do I get the certificate and the license, right? So all those things we'll be covering in the third agenda item, how you can become a US CPA. Then after we'll be covering why you should choose KC Global. Why not any XYZ institute? What all support benefit we provide to our candidate? And last and the most important one, as a human being, we all know like cost that matter the most. So estimated cost overall, how much is the total cost involved in the US CPA course curriculum? Right. So I'm sure like this agenda will cover more than 80 to 85% of your question. But if you guys have any doubt, any question, any thought, or any additional information you are looking for, feel free to type in chat box. So I myself, looking at the chat box, we have Sachin, Garima, Gracie, as well as Prakash. So all the four team members are also here. They're also making the notes. So wherever you have any doubt, wherever you have any question, feel free to type in chat box. After this, like small PowerPoint presentation, we'll be having a comfortable time to take up all your question, right? So shall we dive in? Why one should think about doing a US CPA program? Give a thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into why I should think about doing a US CPA program, I have few more questions for you. Shall I ask those questions? Yeah, I can see few hand raised. So first question I have for you, how many of you are using Google? Give me a thumbs up. I see only two or three people are using Google. I thought it's me who is bugging Google all the day. Okay, how many of you are on LinkedIn? You can type in chat box or you can, yeah, raise the hands, thumbs up. I see 4 or 5 people are on LinkedIn. How many of you are on Instagram? Wow, many of you. How many of you are on Snapchat? Oh, I see a lot of good. Okay. How many of you are using Facebook? Still using Facebook? Hmm. Okay. How many of you are using YouTube? How many of you are on Netflix? How many of you are using Amazon? How many of you are using Flipkart? How many of you have laptop? Which one? HP, Lenovo, Dell, Apple, Acer? How many of you have mobile? I'm sure each one of you, right? Which one? Android or iOS? Which mobile you are using? Android or iOS? Okay, I can see a lot of hands. HP, iPad, Android. Good. So, how generally you start your day. I'm sure you all might be using WhatsApp, right? So when we wake up, first thing what we do, we look at the mobile and look at WhatsApp, and then we respond to all the pending, you can say, messages which we have got from our friends, family member, and relative, right? And then after we look at like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn before starting our day, right? Then after, I'm sure some of you might be working, some of you might be studying. Once you go to the office or go to the college, you might be doing chit chat over the WhatsApp, right? You might be looking at Snapchat, Instagram, Reels, and all those things, right? In your office, you might be using laptop. That may be HP, Lenovo, Dell, Acer, Apple, iPad, right? And then once you come back to home, so you might be looking at Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime. You might be doing shopping on Amazon, Flipkart, Mantra, right? So you may be like amazed to know why I'm sharing all this information in a US CPA webinar, right? But if you see all this company which we have discussed, whether it's like Google, whether it's Android, whether it's iOS, HP, Lenovo, Dell, Amazon, Flipkart, or maybe LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You see, all these companies are US based MNCs, right? So all these companies are US based MNC, and you'll see in India more than 70% of the MNCs are US based MNCs, right? How many of you have heard about like top consulting firm names like PwC, EY, KPMG, Deloitte, Grant Thornton, BDO, Mazar? Have you heard about these companies' name? Yeah, I can see a few hands up, right? So no worries if some of you have not heard about this company. I'm sure you might have heard about Naukri.com. How many of you have accounts in Naukri.com? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. How many of you are on Monster? Right. So if you today after this webinar, if you go to the Monster or timesjob.com or naukri.com, you'll see how many openings we have in India for USCPA. Right. And if some of you are knowing like company like PwC, EY, KPMG, Deloitte, these big consulting firm, or any of your friend, family member, or relatives are already working in such company. So I would request after this webinar, go back and check in this company how many CPAs each year they require. You'll get amazed to know in India, only this big consulting firm required more than 60,000 US CPA in next 2 to 3 years, right? In addition to that, there are many companies like Google, Amazon, HP, Intel, Facebook, Amazon, Trimble, Food Scout. There's so many US based company. I'm sure you might have you are already using their product, right? And you might be aware of, Amazon has their second largest office open in India. HP has shifted all their manufacturing setup into India. Intel has come up with the second largest plant in the world in India only, right? And you might have heard like Tesla is planning to shift their manufacturing base from China to India. Apple has already set up their manufacturing setup in India. You all might have heard like Geo and Facebook deal of $10 billion, right? So all those things, if you see, these companies are growing in India and they require huge number of CPAs every year, right? So now I'll take you back to this small presentation which I have for you. Why I should think about doing a US CPA. So when we say about US CPA, it has global acceptability. Why it has global acceptability? If you see in India, more than 70% of MNCs are US based MNC. But across the globe, if you go back after this webinar and check, more than 54% of MNCs are US based MNCs. And these are huge market share. That is the reason, as this is a US CPA, the acceptability of the US CPA across the globe is extremely high. In addition to that, they have mutual recognition agreement with 8 countries, which include Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland, South Africa, Middle East, these countries and Hong Kong. So if you do US CPA and in future, if you're planning to settle in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland, South Africa, Middle East, Hong Kong, you will be considered as the CPA of that country. So what you just need to do, you need to submit your document and apply for their country CPA. So you are not required to sit for any examination. If you are a US CPA, and you're planning to go to Canada or Australia or New Zealand, you just need to submit your document within 24 hours. You'll get their country CPA license as well. So no additional exam. That means buy one, get 8 completely free, right? And second important thing is it gives you the opportunity to build your international career. You can work in MNCs or you can do your own practice as well. Same way how chartered accountant, lawyer, doctor, they do their own practice. Same way US CPA can also do their own practice. And it is not required to do the practice. You have to be in US. You can do the practice from anywhere on the earth. It's not at all required that you have to be present in USA for the practice purpose, right? And this course has one of the highest demand on the earth at this point of time and has highest growth potential in all these companies which I was sharing with you. And the more important thing, it has only 4 exams. And now from 2020, the exams are happening right here in India. So you can sit for exam as and when you are ready. And it's not like a C exam that you need to give all the 4 exam in one go or, like in a group wise. You can sit for any exam in any sequence, any day you like it. An examination window is open all 365 days, right? And average time, I would say like it takes around 12 months. So on an average 3 months per subject, if you are investing 2 to 3 hours every day, so that should be sufficient, right? And you can say some of you might be working in big consulting firm, which is like PwC, YK, Deloitte, Grant Thornton, BDO, Mazar. If you are working in this company, these company also provide qualification bonus, right? For example, EY, they provide 5 lakh rupees bonus if you qualify CPA when you are working with EY. Same way, like there are many other companies who provide qualification bonus as well, right? So these are certain reasons why one should think about doing a US CPA program. Now, coming to the next slide, which will show you where all the examination center is. So in India, there are 8 examination center: Gurgaon, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and Trivandrum. So you can sit for any exam, any day, any sequence you like it. There is no restriction that you need to pass first audit exam and then FAR exam and then so on and so forth. You can sit for any exam in any sequence and examination is open all 365 days, right? And the companies who will be providing you the opportunity after CPAs are huge. Like I earlier shared this big consulting firm. In addition to that, if you see like Morgan Stanley, right, Bank of America, or you can say American Express, or JP Morgan, or JLL, HP, Lenovo, Dell, all these are huge company who hired a number of CPA every year, right? Any doubt on first agenda why one should think about doing a US CPA program to build their career path? Hope this is clear now why we should think about doing US CPA. Any doubt, feel free to type in chat box. Now, going on to the second agenda item, what is an US CPA? So the governing body of the CPA is AICPA. Like in India, how you see Institute of Chartered Accountant, right? Same way in US, it is called American Institute of Certified Public Accountant. And there are 55 state, and the State Board of Accountancy also play the significant role for admission and administrative purpose, right? By doing a US CPA, you will get an expertise in US GAAP, IFRS, PCOB and AICP auditing standard, SEC rules and regulation, and US taxation. And it will give you the opportunity to build your career in the domain of accounting, finance, auditing, attestation, international taxation, business advisory, and many more. And if you want to do your own practice, you can take a license that will give you authority to attest US GAAP and IFRS financial statement under the guidance of AICPA and PCOB, right? So, like any of you, like is pursuing CA or MBA, please give me a thumbs up. Any of you are pursuing CA or MBA, or you are already a chartered accountant, company secretary, or lawyer, right? I know some of you, right? So this slide might be, informative session for each one of you. So if you see what we have done over here, we have tried to make, like put the information relating to the CPA program, CA, CS, ICW program, or post-graduation program. So it can help you in taking the wise decision for your career path. As you all know, like the CPA is has acceptability across the globe because of the mutual recognition agreement with 8 countries like Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland, Middle East, South Africa, and Hong Kong. Plus, they have mutual, you can say, MOU with almost 90 plus countries, right? So it has like global acceptability as well as you can say the market size in which like US based companies are almost 54 to 55% across the globe, right? So it gives you the access to the global market. Whereas the Indian Chartered Accountant, Company Secretary, ICW program, or maybe like MBA program, which is like other than top 10 B school, right? They give you opportunity in India. If you do like CA, CS, ICW, or MCOM or MBA program and wants to settle outside India, then you have to do some or the other additional qualification of that particular country. But whereas if you are a CPA, like I said, for all those 8 countries, it is just buy one, get 8 completely free. And other countries also, we have very wide acceptability because all these companies are reporting ultimately to the group company, which is a parent company in USA, right? And second important thing from the student point of view is the course duration. As we all know, like CA, CS, ICW program, on an average, it takes 4 to 5 years, right? And MCOM and MBA program also it takes on an average 2 years, right? Whereas US CPA you can easily complete in 6 to 12 months, but I'll take like maximum you can comfortably finish all the 4 exams in next 12 months, right? And now from the student point of view is the exam also. As we all know in US CPA there are only 4 exams, right? Whereas in CA, CS, ICWA, we all know there are 20 exams. There are 3 levels of examination and the rigorous internship of 3 years, right? For MCOM and MBA, we all know 16 to 20 exams and almost 4 semesters you need to pass. So there are only 4 exams in USCPA, right? And more important thing from the student point of view is the flexibility of exam. As we all know, CA exam, they happen in May and June. CS, ICW, it happen in the month of June and December, right? Whereas like MCOM and MBA program, their exams are also happen like in June and December. Whereas CPA give you the flexibility for all 365 days. You can sit for any exam, any day, in any sequence you like it, in any 365 days, right? And from the student point of view, like many students ask how difficult the CPA exams are. If you see like Indian professional courses like CA, CS, ICW, we all know the passing percentage is 5 to 7, 5 to 10% at the max. right? Whereas the CPA has the national average pass percentage of 50 to 55%. That means if 100 students sit for the examination of CPA, almost 55 pass in very first attempt, right? Which is 8 to 9 times easier than CS ICW program. And the most important thing, you can complete easily in 12 months. There is no internship requirement, right? MCOM and MBA, we all know like everyone pass. But what exactly is the market value, right? More important thing, if you see the compensation, if like student do MBA program, right? If they are doing MBA from India, so on an average, the salary package at the max would be in a range of, you can say, 5 to 10 lakh rupees, right? 3 to 7 lakh rupees, and they will end up investing 10 to 20 lakh rupees. If they are doing MBA, if the student is doing MBA from abroad, they end up investing 40, 50 or 60 lakh rupees, right? Whereas the average salary of MBA is in a range of 3 to 7 lakh rupees, 3 to 8 lakh rupees. That means first 2 year student invest of 10 to 20 lakh rupees plus 2 year of their life in doing MBA. And after that 3 year student is investing just to repay for what he or she has invested in doing MCOM or MBA program, right? So I hope you are getting like what. So if you are doing MBA after the commerce graduation, that means you are earning nothing 5 years, right? First 2 year you are investing 10 to 20 lakh rupees in doing the MBA, and next 3 year what you are earning is just repaying what you have invested. So almost 5 year net earning in your pocket is almost negligible, right? Whereas for CA, CS, ICW program, you are any which ways investing 4 to 5 years. After that, you get a salary in a range of 5 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees if you are not a rank holder. If you are a rank holder, then it's a different thing, right? But if you want to go abroad and settle, then you want to do additional qualification again over there. Whereas for CPA, the fresher salary in India is in a range of 8 to 10 lakh rupees, right? And if you go to the US, the average salary of fresh CPA is in a range of 55,000 to $70,000. If you go to Canada, on an average, the salary in a range of 60,000 to 75,000 Canadian dollar. If you are planning to go to Australia, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland, or maybe Middle East, any such other country, so average package is in a range of 50,000 to $70,000, right? So that's a huge difference. And second important thing where students make mistake, they do not calculate the opportunity cost. For example, like one of you is doing CPA, on the other side I'm doing MBA, or let's assume one Mr. X, he is doing chartered accountant course, right? So all three of us have started our study in 2023, right? In the end of 2023, you qualify the CPA and you started at a salary of let's say 8 lakh rupees, which is minimum one, right? And now I am doing MBA. I have completed first year of MBA, right? So I'll invest one more year in completing second year of MBA. Then after I'll start my salary in a range of 3 to 5 or 7 lakh rupees, right? And next 3 year, I'm just repaying the loan which I have taken to do the MBA, right? And in next 3 year of the earnings plus 1 year of additional MBA, 4 year. After 4 year, you'll be at managerial position and you'll be earning in a range of 25 lakh rupees to 30 lakh rupees when I'll be starting my career, right? Same way, if you see Mr. X who is doing chartered accountant course, right? So once you do the CPA program after the commerce graduation, another friend is starting the chartered accountant and he has finished his foundation or maybe intermediate, right? After that, he or she will be doing 3 year of rigorous underpaid internship, right? And after that, he or she will be writing the CA final examination. And let's assume he has cleared, right? So there is a gap of 3 to 4 years. In those 3 to 4 years, you will reach to 25 lakh rupees to 30 lakh rupees of salary. Whereas he or she will be starting at 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees. And that's a huge opportunity gain of 4 years of saving of your life, right? Hope this, information which we have put together over here might be helpful for you in taking up your decision wisely. So which career path you should choose? Any doubt, feel free to type in chat box. I'll be more than happy to answer. Now coming to the exam pattern. If you are planning to sit for the exam before 15th December 2023, then these are the 4 examinations, which is financial accounting and reporting, audit and association, regulation, business environment and concept. From 10th January 2024, the exams are changing. So we'll come to that. So these are like the details of the exam. Each exam have 50 multiple choice, 50% multiple choice question and 50% simulation, right? And each exam will be a 4 hour and you'll get allowed 15-minute break. Now in future, from 10th January 2024, the exams are changing. So AUD is audit, BEC is business environment and concept, FAR is financial accounting and reporting, REG is regulation. So these are existing 4 subjects. In future, it is being converting into 6 subjects, out of which 3 are the main subject or core subject or mandatory subject which you need to pass, and 3 are disciplinary. You need to select one out of those 3. So total exam will still remain 4, out of which 3 are mandatory and 1 you can choose out of these 3 disciplinary exam. So audit remain there, FAR remain there, regulation remain there. BEC will not more there, right? But there are 3 disciplinary exam, which is ISC, Information System and Control, BAR, which is Business Analysis and Reporting, TCP, Tax Compliance and Planning would be the new subject, right? If you're planning to sit for the exam after 10th January 2024, then you need to select 1 disciplinary and 3 main section of exam you need to get. And what is changing? The BEC, some part of the BEC is going to add into the audit examination. Some part of it is going in financial accounting and reporting, and some part of it is going into ISC, which is information system control, and some part of it is going into BAR, which is business analysis and report. Right? What is the current FAR, financial accounting and reporting? Some part of it is continued to be the FAR, but bit of it is moving to the BAR, which is business analysis and reporting. And currently what we have in the regulation exam, in future, most of it will go to the regulation, but some piece of it is moving to TCP, which is tax compliance planning, right? So this will be the future examination. Any doubt on CPA evolution? Any question regarding this? Feel free to type in chat box. Now, the detail about these 3 disciplinary exams. ISC, which is Information System and Control, you'll be having 3 topics, which is Information System and Data Management, Security, Confidentiality and Privacy, and then Consideration for System and Organization Control, which is SOC report. BAR will be the bigger, which include non-financial performance, capital structure, COSO, management accounting, variance analysis, leases, state and local government accounting, derivative, consolidation, revenue recognition. These all will come in BAR. And TCP will have the gift tax, state tax, trust tax, tax compliance of legal entity, like kind exchange, foreign holding, state and local income taxes, personal financial planning, and investment option. So these all comes under the TCP from the regulation. So these are like course curriculum of the new disciplinary exams. And other changes like FAR to have less content and less advanced content, right? So there are direct method of cash flow no longer tested in future. So far there are some reduction in the examination topic, right? And some part of the FAR which is moving to the bar is include state and local government and not for profit accounting, derivative accounting, hedge accounting, consolidation, business combination, lesser accounting, employee benefit, intangible assets, and ratio analysis. These all are moving from FAR to bar, which we have discussed here, right? And other changes are, you can say, cost accounting and management accounting is longer part of CPA examination, right? Advanced accounting topic is also no longer there. Internal control and some SOC will fall into ISC, and ISC is mostly new topic there. And theoretical analysis appear, but applied analyticals are not tested. For example, like financial planning introduced in TCP. So these are like changes in the course curriculum in the new CPA evaluation exam, right? Any question, any doubt you have on CPA evaluation, feel free to type in chat box. I'll be more than happy to answer, right? So far, we have covered two major agenda items. Why one should think about doing a US CPA? What is in US CPA? Now we are jumping onto the third agenda item, how I can become a US CPA, right? First one is the eligibility. If How many of you are commerce graduate? I can see like 4 or 5 of you. Okay, so how many of you are done with like MCOM or MBA? Okay, some of you are already chartered accountant, right? Okay, so now come back to this slide. So you all are being eligible to do the CPA if you are a commerce graduate and above, right? If you are a commerce graduate, it's like in US, this is actually a post-graduation course. In US, we all know the graduation is a 4 year. Each year of graduation give almost 30 or 32 credits, right? In India, we have graduation of 3 year. So each year of graduation will give on an average 30 credit. So that means you have 90 credit. To sit for the examination, you required at least 120 credit. However, there is a Guam State Board of Accountancy that can give you the advance credit. If you are just a commerce graduate, whether from BCom Pass, BCom Honors, or BBA, or BCom program, any such qualification you have, and you do not have any qualification like MCom, MBA, CA, CS, ICW, then also you are being eligible, but you need to apply for the advance credit from the Guam State Board of Accounting. And parallelly, you need to take admission in your MCom or MBA program, right? If you are already BCom plus MCom or MBA, then you have sufficient credit of 150. If you are BCom plus CA, CS, ICW intermediate. So for intermediate also, you'll get 30 credit. Then also you are eligible. If you are BCom or BBA plus you are a chartered accountant, you'll get 60 additional credit. That means that you are being eligible to do the course, right? So all of you, if you are commerce graduate and above, then you all are eligible. If you have done MCom, MBA, CA, CS, ICWA, or maybe intermediate of any such thing, so you can sit for the exam immediately, right? But if you are a commerce graduate only, then there is only one state, which is Guam State Board of Accountancy, who can give you the advance credit, right? And with the advanced credit, you can sit for the examination, but you have to take admission for MCom or MBA program, right? Any doubt on eligibility? Then second thing comes is admission process. First, you need to take the transcript of all your qualification from your respective university or institution. Then those transcript you need to submit to the NASBA for evaluation. And after the NASBA evaluation, you need to pay admission fees or you need to take admission from the State Board of Accountancy. And after taking the admission, you can plan to sit for the examination. That is the whole process. But this process is like cumbersome. To be very honest, it's very difficult or very cumbersome. Taking the transcript normally it takes 15 to 20 days. Then after sending those transcript to the NASBA for evaluation, and NASBA also take 6 to 8 weeks of their time. And then once the evaluation is done, after that you need to take admission with the state board. That also take 4 to 6 weeks. So on an average, it take 3 to 3.5 months in all this administrative process. For it is these all cumbersome process I have seen only and only in the CPA program, right? First one is like the taking transcript that will take like 2 to 3 weeks. Then after NASVA evaluation, almost 6 to 8 weeks. Then after admission process with the state board, it takes 4 to 6 weeks. On an average, it take like 3 to 3.5 months, right? So your first examination, for example, if you take admission tomorrow, I would highly recommend each one of you from tomorrow itself start doing this administrative work. And for that, we have a dedicated team like Sachin is here, Garima is here, Grace is here, Prakash is here. They will be helping you how to take the transcript. Once you have taken the transcript, then how to submit to the NASBA. Then after once NASBA evaluation is done, how to take admission with the respective state board. And after that, how to submit for the examination. Right. So we have a dedicated team of the counselor who will be helping you in all this journey to you. So once everything is done, then next is the examination. For examination, we will be providing you the Surgeon Learning Management software. We'll be discussing in the next slide what all benefit of the Surgeon Learning Management software. In addition to that, we'll be providing you the live classes, which is on Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So every Saturday and Sunday, we teach CPA 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the next Saturday, the new batch is starting. So you all can join in that batch, or if you want, you can take the test class also. And we have like many recorded lecture also. You can watch those recorded lecture also to make up your mind, right? Then after you need to pay the examination fees, and slowly and gradually one by one, you can sit for the examination, right? Here student ask like, what will be the passing percentage? Right? How much score I need to achieve to pass. For each exam to pass, you need to score 75 out of 100. Right? 75 probably looks big number to the Indian student. That's what I have experienced in past 3 4 years. But believe me, this is not difficult. If you see the national average pass rate is 55%. That means if 100 students sit for the examination, on an average 55 pass in very first attempt. It is 8 to 10 times easier than CA, CS, ICWH, such kind of professional courses which you have in India. Right? Any doubt on eligibility, admission, examination process? Anything you need more clarification? I'll be more than happy to answer. Feel free to type in chat box. Okay. Now coming to fourth agenda item. So far we have covered three major agenda items. First one is why we should think about doing US CPA as our career path. Second is what is in US CPA. Third is how I can become a US CPA. Now fourth is why you should choose KC Global. We are a partner of a US based company called Surgent. So Surgent is America's #1 CPA review course provider. And they have unique technology which they have inbuilt into their system that provide you very hyper personalized study plan. In that learning management software, you'll get US professor pre-recorded video, electronic book, 8,000 plus multiple choice question, 400 plus simulation, and most important thing from the student point of view is unlimited mock test. And all this software access will be available to you until you pass all the 4 exams. It is not like that your software access will expire in 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months. This is very unique, right? No other, you can say, course provider of the CPA provide unlimited access. Everyone in the market, they provide 12-month, 18-month or 24-month access, but we will be providing you the access of the learning management software until you pass all the four exams, right? So you'll be having 24 into 7 access to the online books, online video recorded lecture, multiple choice questions, simulation, mock test, and everything. In addition to that, like I said, Saturday, Sunday, we teach. So next Saturday, new batch is starting for the CPA. So you can join that batch, right? In that, I myself and we have a couple of other professors who will be teaching you one by one, each topic by topic, all the subjects, right? In addition to that, we'll give you the access of all the webinars which we do, which are like informative webinar, right? This is the webinar for CPA, right? But we do the webinar on accounting standard codification, US gaps or ASCs, or you can say the auditing standard and various technical topic as well. If you go to our YouTube channel, you will see we have more than 100 videos which are already there, and we have more than 10,000, you can say, the people who are already watching those videos. Those are followers on our YouTube and they are taking benefit of those webinars, right? So this software, you can very unique thing is that, like if you go to the market and you will see those people would be giving you the complete access of all the four exam and everything, and they may charge you 1 lakh rupees to 1,50,000 rupees. But here you have an option to purchase subject by subject, topic by topic as well. That means if you want to start, let's say you want to start with BEC, so you can purchase only the BEC software. You can purchase only the BEC classes. That flexibility we have. And you can take the EMI option or you can take the bundle purchase option. So whatever you like it, you have so many flexible payment plan. The most important thing is you can purchase subject wise study material, which no one on the earth provide, right? It's only we who are providing you the subject wise access. That means you can invest only 20,000 rupees and start your CPA journey, right? In addition to that, we'll be providing you mentor support, counselor support for all your admission, evaluation, board selection, examination form and everything. And once you are done with the CPA, we'll be providing you 100% placement support. So we have tie-up with more than 35 companies and we'll be providing you the 100% placement support in those companies. And if you see, there are so many happy students we have. Like for example, CA Nitin Gupta is CFO of Asian Hospital. He's also our student. If you see Supriti Chatterjee, she is a senior manager in EY Seattle, USA. So we have Preeti Shah from Bangalore, Garvit from EY Gurgaon, Samriddhi from EY Gurgaon, Rajat, he's in Blackstone, Gunjan Rao is in BDO Canada, Aishwarya, she's in Chennai, Nimisha, she's in Deloitte, Australia, Jonita, she's from Chennai, and Manish, he is like AVP in Barclays. So we have like so many students from all over the India as well as across the globe. And these are like many university who are using Surgent Learning Management software, which we will be providing you. And these are so many company, their employees are already using Surgent Learning Management software, which we will be providing you. Now coming to the last agenda is the estimated cost. So if you want to purchase only study material, for example, like many of you are chartered accountant, right? You believe in self-study, right? So you can purchase only study material and you can start your own. If you want to take the classes, that also, like I said, is flexible. If you want to do your own self-study, just go ahead and purchase the study material and start your own. That is just at 69,900 rupees, right? And if you want to take the live classes also, then 29,900 would be additional cost. But if some of you wants to start with one subject, you can take 20,000 rupees for the respective subject software and around 8 to 10,000 rupees is the live classes for that. So you can start your journey even with the smallest amount called 20,000 rupees for the CPA journey, right? And then, like I said, there would be some additional expenses which you need to pay directly to the NASPA or directly to the AICPA for your enrollment, admission, and examination, right? So total cost would be around 3,20,000 rupees, in which around like 1 lakh, or you can say 99,900, 800 would be the study material and the live classes fees, which we'll be charging to. Right? Any question on the fee side? Anything we have discussed so far? I'll be more than happy to answer your question. So we have office in Delhi, we have branch in Bangalore, Mumbai, and Chandigarh also. Right? So this is it from my side. If you have any question, I'll be more than happy to answer. And I request like Sachin, Prakash, you guys can please share your contact number in the chat box so that if anyone wants to reach out to you, they can reach out to you as well. So what all questions we have so far? Anything in chat
Sir,
box?
yes, sir, starting
Yes.
from the top, uh, the
Mhm.
one gentleman asked, what would be the strategy? How BCom graduate can pass CPA?
Hmm. Yeah, so very good point, dear. Like if you are just a BCom graduate, so first thing is, like I said, you need to start immediately from today itself in taking the admission, because administrative process will take 3.5 months, right? And we are starting our new batch from the next week. So you can join that batch and we will be taking you through step by step, topic by topic, each for each subject, each topic will be taking you in detail. If you see in the class, if you see like our past history of last 3 years, every student has passed in very first attempt, right? Because we pay personal attention to each student, we'll be understanding, in the classroom also you'll see there are small batches, right? It is not like an auditorium or big batches. It will be a very small batches of the students so that we can pay more and more personal attention to your individual need. And then, like we'll be giving you the practical experience and how the respective topic which you are studying in the classroom is going to be applied in the practical life. And then in the classroom in itself, we do practice question, and every class, after the class, you have to have some homework. So once you are done with the homework in the next class, if you have any doubt, we'll be first taking up those doubt and then we'll be starting the new topic. So on an average, you can assume like it will take 3 months for you to pass the one exam. So every 3 months we'll be teaching you one subject, and then 10 to 15 days we'll take a break before starting the next batch, so that in those 10 to 15 days you can sit for the respective examination. And if you see like if you go and see the testimonial of our student, they clearly say, I sit personally with each individual student and make their study plan for the examination so that they can pass in very first attempt. So I'll be sitting personally with you and helping you making your schedule for the exam so that you can pass in a very first attempt. Hope I answer your question. What is the next question?
Second question, how we can get a work after CPA completion?
Yeah, so we will be providing you 100% placement. So we have tie-up with many big companies, including big consulting firm. So we have currently the placement arrangement with more than 35 companies, and every month we are growing. So we will take care of your placement. Even though if you qualify just 2 exam, we will ensure your placement. Hope I answer your question. What is the next question?
Yes, Mr. Anil Mehta is asking, would CPA be suitable for a 63-year-old gentleman?
Yes, sir. We have like student from 21-year age to 64-year age. So CPA is a professional degree or professional certification. We already have many students who are 57, 58, even though we have Mr. Rajiv Jain. If you go to our website, you can see their testimonial. right? He is like 64-year age and he is pursuing CPA. His son is being settled in Canada. He wants to move to Canada, so he's doing CPA with us. So there are many examples we already have. Age is just a number, sir. What is the next question?
How tough is it to clear CPA, and what's the competition that one can expect?
Yeah, so like I said, it is 8 to 10 times easier than Indian professional courses. So like I said, national average pass data, which says 55% student pass in first attempt. So if you see like Indian CA, CS, ICW examination, the passing percentage is 5 to 7%, whereas the national average data of CPA is around 55%. That means it is 9 to 10 times easier than those professional qualification. Now coming to second question, the competition, right? So there are two things, sir. One is like the demand and supply. I know some of you or most of you are commerce or management student. You understand demand and supply and the economic. So for example, like if demand is extremely high and supply is extremely low, so where will be the equilibrium? It's generally at higher price, right? So if you see in the next 3 to 4 years, the demand is around 30 to 35,000 CPA candidate each year. And at national level, we are producing only 2,500 to 2,800 CPA each year, right? So demand is extremely high, which is 10 to 15 times, whereas supply is 2,500 to 2,800. So competition is still very less. So this is the right time to jump into this. Hope I answered your question, sir. What is the next question?
Mr. Vishal Garg asks, if I'm already a CA, how would CPA benefit me?
Yeah, sir, I am also a chartered accountant. I qualified back in 2008 and I did my CPA in 2020, right? So like I said earlier, like when you planning to work in an MNCs, which is like a US based MNC. If you see in India, more than 70% of MNCs are US based MNCs, right? They prefer and help you in growing in the ladder if you are a CPA as well, in addition to CA, right? In the company, like for example, HP, Intel, Lenovo, Dell, Amazon, Facebook, Trimble, these kind of company, if you are working, or maybe like any US based company you are working, you'll get huge benefit in terms of growing into the ladder. Second thing is, if you are a chartered accountant and if you are doing your own practice, it will give you a wing to expand the international market. Because if you do not have CPA qualification, you cannot enter into international market. International market is not very much open only for chartered accountant. We have more than 70% of our existing student chartered accountant. And out of those 70% student, I would say more than 35% of them are expanding internationally. And for that, they are taking the CPA qualification. Right? Hope I answer your question, sir. What is the next question?
Uh, there was one question about the changes. It says,
Mhm.
as we are changing, syllabus is being changed from the next year. So which specialization to select from? How would I
Yeah,
select a specialization?
yeah, very good question. This is very good question. I like it. So if you see like three core subject and there are three disciplines. If in future you want to build your career in the domain of accounting, finance, management, costing, or you can say FP&A, right? Or you can say advisory in the accounting advisory such domain, then I would say go for bar. If you're planning to build your career in the domain of tax, then I would recommend to go for TAS. And if you're planning to build your career in the domain of IT audit, then I would recommend to go for ISC. Right? It depends on in which stream you want to build your career and accordingly choose your discipline. Hope I answer your question, sir. What is the next question?
And next question aligns with the eligibility part. It says, what if I'm an MBA graduate, postgraduate, but without a
Hmm.
BCom? So would I be eligible?
So you mean you are a BTech or BSc and you have done MBA? Is this the case?
Uh, is Miss Pavitra or Mr. Pavitra is there? If he can give a clarity on the same.
Yeah, if you can just help me understand more about your bachelor degree, which degree you have done.
Meanwhile, moving on to the next question. Uh,
Hmm.
once a person wants to understand this 18 months of passing window. More
Yeah,
clarity on
so
this.
yeah, very good question. So 18-month passing window is also moving to 24-month in the new syllabus, right? So 18-month passing window, for example, today we are sitting in July. And for example, you have started, one student have started their CPA journey in the month of July. And let's assume in the month of December 2023, student has given the first exam and he or she has luckily passed the first exam. And next exam student has planned in the month of June 24 and second exam also student has passed. And same way third exam, let's say student has planned in December 24 and third exam student has also passed in December 24. And the day student has cleared first exam, which is December 2023. From that day to next 18 months, which is June 25, student need to pass rest of the three exams, right? Now, looking at the same example, student has planned the fourth exam in June 25. And let's say, unfortunately, this time student has failed. Then what will happen? In that case of scenario, the fourth exam which student has paid, the student has to reappear that exam. And the first exam which student has passed in December 23 will get lapsed. So the next rolling window will start from June 24 when student has passed the second examination. That means from June 24 plus 18 months, which is December 25. Now in June 25 to December 25, student has to pass two exams. One is the first exam, which is lapsed. Second is the fourth exam, which he has not passed. So this is how like 18-month rolling window actually works. And this is expected to be changed to 24-month with the new curriculum. Hope this answers your question. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, what is the next question?
Mr. Dishant asked, is US gap similar to Indian gap?
Yeah, I would say you can say 85% is same. So there are few differences in the US gap and Indian gap, but almost 80 to 85% is same. Yes, sir. So there are minor difference. I as like I'm Indian chartered accountant as well as US CPA. So we keep on discussing in the class also. This is what the accounting treatment in India and this is what is the difference in the US gap. So in the class you will see like both the flavors.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I have a question. Uh,
Yes.
if anyone who is working in artwork profile, so they pursue that course, what will be the benefit?
Anyone is working in artwork.
Artwork profile.
Artwork profile means if you can just
Rec-
explain me.
record
Graphic
to report.
design. Oh, R to R, record to
Yes.
report. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it will be extremely beneficial for you because you understand entire R to R process, right? In the accounting, so R to R is the key process, right? And once you do the CPA, it will help you expanding your base to other processes also. And it will slowly and gradually will take you to the financial statement closing process. And then, slowly and gradually in 3 to 5 years, you'll reach to the level where you start making the complete financial statement and then slowly and gradually review your position. And then in some time you'll reach to the finance controller, CFO, that kind of position in this graph.
So, sir, which course will be benefit for a US CMA or a CPA?
CPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sachin, what next question?
Continuation to that, one gentleman asked, what is the difference between USCPA and USCMA? Major difference.
Yeah, so USCPA, like how in India we have chartered accountant course, right? That give you the license to practice. Same way like CPA is a, you can say, degree or certification which will give you the license that you can sign off the financial statement, right? And it will give you the deep understanding of US GAAP. It will give you deep understanding of AICPA and PCOB auditing standard, and it will give you a deep understanding of US taxation. In addition to that, it will give you understanding the overall business environment, accounting concept, costing concept, process management, IT environment, right? So the major difference I would say between, and on the other side, CMA. In the CMA, you will understand more in detail about the preparation of the financial statement, management reporting, MIS reporting, ratio analysis, data analytics, performance management, decision taking, right? So if you see like CMA has profile more of internal to the management side. So which will be like making financial statement, preparation of financial statement, analysis of financial statement, data analytics, MIS reporting, financial statement closing process, or decision taking, supporting the management in taking decision. Whereas on the other side, CPA will give you all these things. In addition to that, it will give you deep understanding to do the audit of financial statement, audit of internal control, preparation of tax returns, right? IT audit, those kind of. So CPA is slightly wider than CMA. That would I you can say recommend. So if you want to start with the CMA, so you can start with CMA and then slowly and gradually you can also look for CPA. If you see like CMA course curriculum also cover 30 to 35% of the CPA curriculum. Right? Hope I answer your question. Yeah, no response, at least response, yes or no. Okay, what is the next question?
So taking back to the one question which asked Ms. Pavitra, it's regarding the eligibility. Her qualifications are BSc plus MBA. So whether
MBA in
she's eligible,
MBA
MBA in
finance or MBA.
finance.
Yeah, but you have to do some bridge courses to be very honest. MBA finance will give you 60 credit. And in BSc, I need to check your, you can say mark sheet, what all subjects would be eligible. So for that, I request you to share your mark sheet with the Sachin, right? We will do internal assessment of the mark sheet and then we will be in a better position to respond to this question. Because we need to look at the subject by subject, which subject can be considered for the cost management, accounting, finance, for which you can get the credit for the CPA purpose. Right, so there would not be any direct answer, but we need to look at your mark sheet to give you appropriate answer. Right, Sachin, what is the next question?
So last two question. First one is, which one is better, USCPA or ACCA? So what is the major difference between these two professional qualifications?
Yeah, very good question. You know, like outside India or within India, if you see, if you go to the naukri.com, timesjob.com, you will see like CA, CPA, ACCA, they all are being considered equal degrees for India purpose, right? But the difference, I would say, there are three major difference. One is for CPA, it has only 4 exams, whereas ACCA, we all know there are 13 exams. But if you are a graduate, there are some relaxation of 4 5 exam. If you are a chartered accountant, then there are also some relaxation for few examination. But you end up investing you end up giving 7 to 8 exam minimum, right? Whereas in the CPA, there are only 4 exams. One difference is that. Second thing is the ACC examination are quarterly. Whereas for CPA, you can sit for any exam any day in any sequence you like it. Third thing is ACCA is more prevalent in the European market, whereas CPA is more prevalent in America market as well as other global market. So maybe like in India, if you go to the Naukri.com time job, you will see like CA, CPA, ACCA, they all are considered equal, right? But once you go outside the market, so the difference is the acceptability. In European market, ACCA has acceptability, but CPA has acceptability in the global market. And it has only 3 exams or 4 exams, which you can comfortably pass in next 12 months. Right? Hope I answer your question. What is the next question, Sachin?
This brings us to the last question, which says which subject we are starting with next week, and whether the classes would be on online, on offline, and how the preparation will go from basic to advanced.
Yeah, so very good question. So we are starting next batch from the coming Saturday for BEC. So BEC, as you know, like it is being in future breaking into 3 parts also. So we have some student who already have done all the administrative process, right? And they are planning to sit for the BEC exam before 15th of December. So what we will do, like in BEC, almost 60% of BEC is going into the bar. So first we'll be teaching all those topics which is covered into the bar. So for you guys, the bar will be done. And then we'll be having few more classes, 3-4 weeks to finish remaining topic for the student who want to sit for the BEC exam before 15 December. So that's what the plan is. And now coming to another question, like from uh, uh, basic level to advanced level. There is no such concept of basic level to advanced level. It is the topic by topic. Each topic will take you to the in deep. And the classes would be like on a Zoom online classes, or you can come to the center also. It's both available. And the classes will be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. And in addition to that, we'll be giving you our own personalized notes for your preparation. So that will help you in saving a lot of your time in the last minute preparation. Right? Hope I answer your question. Yeah. So in Delhi, maybe like it's in Satyaniketan, Prakash or Sachin, if you can just write the address so people can come. Or maybe you can just share the location. Right. Any other doubt or question? I'll be more than happy to answer.
Hi, sir. This side Arun. So there was a line in your screenshot of the in the slide of the fee structure. So at the bottom of the slide, that written some license fees and something like that. So what was that?
Yeah, after qualification, if you want to do the practice, you can apply for the
Uh-huh.
license. Same way like in India, like we do chartered accountants, right? We all are, like if you pass the chartered accountant, that is the one thing. Second thing is if you want to do the practice, then you take certificate of practice. Same way in US, it is called license to practice. If you want to take the license, then there would be additional fees of around 150 to $200 at the time when you want to take the license to practice.
And if I do not want to do the practice, I just want to continue. I'm already a chartered accountant. So if I complete my CPA and I want to continue with the job only, so will there be any other extra fees or
No, no,
charges like that?
no license required. No license.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
So I
Any
also
other?
want to know that you started, mentioning with BC being the subject that would be taken up first, but the course curriculum would move as if we were preparing for bar. correct?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there would be certain topics that are not a part of bar, but still would be a part of BC,
Yes.
or let's say ISC, or say taxation, right? Because
Yes.
BC is split between all the three. So
Yes.
would those be taken up individually, or would they be taken up as a part of ISC, or the tax piece?
Yeah, yeah. So very good question. Like what we will do first, we will cover all the topic of bar because bar have almost all the topic coming from BEC. So student who want to sit for the bar, they will be done in next 2 to 2.5. Hmm? Then after we'll take up the remaining part of the BEC so that student who want to give the exam before December for the BEC, they should be done. And then we'll be doing ISC and TAC. So it will go one by one.
And how much time is required to take the NTS? I'll just give you quickly a
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
So I've already done the evaluation, and
Okay.
I have the credits available. But I
Mhm.
was thinking of applying for NTS for BEC, and I was planning to take it in, maybe October this year,
Yeah,
October, November this year. I think that's
yeah.
sufficient time to prepare for BEC,
Yes,
right?
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Definitely.
so correct. So now, if I want to apply for NTS, how much time can I expect
Four to
for
six
my
weeks.
NTS? Complete?
4 to 6 weeks is a standard time. How actually it works basically, I'll give you background of the respective state board. Every month they do 1 day the meeting in which they approve all the, you can say, request or application which come for the respective state board. So that meeting can be like immediate after you apply, or it can come after 5 or 6 weeks. So normally it is 4 to 6 weeks is the average time which it takes for the approval.
All right. And would you be, sorry, last question, would you be personally available as an in person, or would you be available on live to
No,
uh,
both,
kick
both.
a kick kick the career plan, as in the study plan initially?
Yeah, both, both. Like Saturday, Sunday, you can come to the classroom or you can meet over the Zoom. So it is same. And in addition to that, if at any point of time you want to have one-on-one meeting, so we can set up the time and we can meet either in office or virtually one-on-one as well. So many of students like they come and we meet, we make like study plan individually sitting with them based on their study
Correct.
structure and study pattern. So that personalized,
Correct.
you can say, support will definitely get.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Yep, my pleasure. Yep, any other question? Okay, I'm sharing my LinkedIn profile also. So it will be good. We can connect over the LinkedIn. Cool. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for patiently listening to me. Hope I have tried my level best to answer all your questions. But still, if you have any question, I've shared my LinkedIn profile. Sachin has shared his number. So I have shared my LinkedIn profile. Sachin and Prakash, they have also shared their number. Feel free to reach out to us if you need any more clarification. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Have a really good weekend.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for